Sri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Mathura Dham ki jai. Welcome to all of you. Swagatam to our Vrindakunja. India is the place of the Mahabharata. So it is a place of a very long and ancient history, which is not just history, but it is divine teachings. Every country has some history, but the Mahabharata is the history of Lord Krishna's teachings to the world. Lord Krishna appeared in Braj as a little boy. The divine coming in the form of a little child. That is very special because everybody likes little children. But the little Krishna child is more incredible than any other child. Yashoda Maya, Nanda Baba, they are the parents. But they cannot believe that Krishna is Bhagavan. Not possible. They have poor Bhav. This is called Vatsalya Bhav. My little boy, my little darling, how can he be Bhagavan? If I don't give milk to him, he will die. I have to look after him, make sure. Sometimes Yashoda Maya is saying, Krishna, come here. Why you did this? You are so naughty. I will tie you so that you learn to not be spoiled in the future. And Krishna smiles at her. Maya, you think you can tie me? Try. Try. And Maya, she brings a string and ties him, and string is too short. Then Maya brings another string and ties it, and again too short. And so she brings a third string, again too short. She says, what is this? I'm bringing more string and always too short? How is this possible? So she brings another string and again too short. Maya is sweating. Oh, I cannot be good mother. I cannot educate my child. He is naughty. And if I don't tie him, then he will be spoiled. So she's crying in this way. Then Krishna says, okay, Maya, try. And close the knot. This is called Damodar Lila. That is, Damo means belly. So she's tying him by the rope of her love on the belly. And that moment, the milk is cooking over in the kitchen. So Yashoda Maya says, okay, Lala, I'm coming. She goes to the kitchen. And Lala is very upset. Why is she tying me? So he pulls the mortar, the wooden mortar, where she tied him, and he just pulled. He's all powerful, he's Bhagavan, he can do anything, he can lift the Govardhan hill on one finger. What about this moving a little mortar? So he pulls the mortar between two trees. They're in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. And they're the Jamalajunda trees. And Krishna just pulls a little bit strong, and boom, the big trees falling on the ground with a big sound. Can you imagine when big trees fall down? What a noise is that? Mother Yashoda in the kitchen, she hears it. She's, oh my God, what's happening there? Lala is there, my God. And she runs out and she sees Lala. And there's two figures coming from the tree. Nala Kuvera and Manigriv. They were the sons of Kuvera, but they had been cursed to become trees by Narada Muni. But lucky guys, because they were cursed to become trees in the house of Nanda Maharaj. So when Krishna pulled the tree, pulled the wooden water, then the trees got relieved from the tree karma, and they came out and they prayed to Lala. So Mother Yashoda sees his light figures coming out, praying, and then they are gone. And she said, Lala, Lala, sorry, I never tie you again. So it's very dangerous, you Krishna pastimes. But she cannot imagine, this is Vishnu, this is Bhagavan. No, this is Lala, don't disturb. So this is Vrindavan. Krishna appears like a little child here. This is most important. We cannot even imagine that God becomes little child. That's why we worship Gopal. So many devotees have little Gopal deities, Laddu Gopal, and they love so much, especially in the Gujarat region, the Pushti Margis. They are only worshipping Laddu Gopal. They don't worship Krishna with the gopis. They only stay with this Laddu Gopal. This is enough for us. We don't want to know the rest. So the Leela of Vrindavan has so many features. Shantaras, the trees and the grass, the creepers. Dasyaras, the servant of the Lord. Shakyaras, the friends of the Lord. Vatsalyaras, the elder people, their feelings for the Lord. And Madhuryaras, the gopis' love for Krishna. And Madhuryaras is worshipped by all the devotees as Radha Krishna Leela. Nevertheless, this Vrindavan is confidential, the Vrindavan. It is reserved only for the bhaktas of Radha Krishna. They can know about this. Others, they can only know Lord Krishna in Kurukshetra. In Kurukshetra, Krishna is a little different. He is king, philosopher, guru, teacher. He's the guru of the universe. And he's speaking to Arjuna, and he's speaking to all the assembled people. What is Dharma? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata bhutananga dharmasya tadatmanam shishamaham. Krishna appears in this world to give Dharma. And that is the more popular. Like the Krishna Leela in Vrindavan, they are not in Mahabharata. They you can only find in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why in India people like Bhagavatam Shabda Bhagavat, to hear Bhagavat Shabdaha, to listen to the Bhagavatam stories. It's very popular in India, people like. You don't have Shabda Mahabharata, not existing. Because Mahabharata is very long. You have to listen long time. And Mahabharata you have to listen all your life. Because so many teachings there for everybody, teaching for the Grihastha, teaching for the sannyasi, teaching for the brahmacharis, everything is there. In Bhagavatam also you find, but these historical books, they are a part of the culture which has been ignored. Listen. The Srimad Bhagavatam was first time translated to English by my Guru Deva Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Before him, Bhagavatam did not exist in English format, only in Sanskrit. Can you imagine? And it is the most important book about the beautiful story, Srimad, of the Supreme Personality of God. Why was that? Because for over 1,000 years, India was under colonial torture. Muslims, Britishers, they were keeping India down, falsifying the Vedas, doing so many nasty things, destroying Ram's temple, destroying Krishna. I think the Krishna temple in Mathura was destroyed 3 times. 3 times they went and just destroyed everything. Can you believe that? There's no other history in the world like that. And the Hindus build it up again. They destroy it and we build it up again. But overall, the Hindu culture was suppressed very badly. So many people were killed, it is unbelievable, under the Mughal time and all that. So that's why the glory of India, the full glory, that was not known. I mean, like you see, many books have been translated to many languages. Now, the Bhagavatam by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada has been translated now into more than 50 languages. And each one is like a series of 20, 30 books. It's a very big epic. So, and all these books have been translated into more than 50 languages. This is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared in Bengal and he came to Vrindavan 500 years ago. At that time, there was only forest here. Then also Swami Haridas came. These 2 personalities brought Braj back into they rediscovered Braj. Braj was always there. Braj never disappeared. It was always Krishna's sweet Lila Stan. Gopishma Mahadeva, Dauji, Radha Govinda, Radha Madan Mohan. They were deities that were installed by Brajanab, by Krishna's great-grandson, 5,000 years ago. But everything went into hiding. Kali Yuga, the Buddhists came and took over Mathura. Mathura was a Buddhist capital at some time. Can you imagine? Buddhists, where are they now? Gone. You don't find one Buddhist in Mathura now. But before, it was the capital of Buddhism. And everybody putting the Hindu culture down. But by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came here and said, here is Lord Krishna's sweet Leela Stan. And him and the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, they started rediscovering where's Govardhan, where's Radhakunda, where's Shyamakunda, where's Varshana, where's Nandagram, where's Kamyavan. All the Braj Mandal, which is 3,000 square kilometers. It's a big place. In all this is the Leela of Krishna manifest. But then Krishna Leela, when Krishna is old and he goes to Mathura and he kills Kamsa, then he goes to Dwaraka to establish in Gujarat the more beautiful city of Dwaraka, which now they found it under the ocean. It was rediscovered. Yes, Dwaraka is reality. It's not dream. It's not what you call mythology. No, the Britishers said, this is all mythology. This is not true. They're not true stories. Dwaraka don't exist. Ramchandra don't exist. Setubandhu does not exist. Saraswati River does not exist. Like this, they were making false stories to confuse the mind of the people. Anyhow, Krishna went to Kurukshetra for eclipse, and he also went to Indraprastha to visit the Pandavas. So Krishna was moving around. He did not only stay in Vrindavan, but the eternal Krishna and the Madhurya Lila, this only stays in Vrindavan. You don't know anything about that unless you have your Guru takes you here and shows you what is Vrindavan. And what are the... Outside of Vrindavan, we only know Aishwarya Bhav. You know what Aishwarya Bhav means? No? Krishna is like king, supreme powerful, Aishwarya. You don't go and hug the king. No, only Satyabhama, she can do that. His queens, but nobody else can. But Krishna, he hugs everybody. He hugs the trees, the gopas, the gopis. He's really hugging. But not Aishwarya. He's on the throne and you're down there. You say, oh my Lord. Everything is very rich. Aishwarya means palaces. In Vrindavan there's no palace. In Vrindavan is everything small, very cozy. I mean, everything's beautiful, but it's not like palaces and big halls, assembly halls, no. In Vrindavan we have trees, creepers, flowers, Yamuna, swans, peacocks. We want to see the real dreaming, the dream of Vrindavan, and we have to come here and do something like going out in the countryside and pray to Krishna's holy name. Because if you want to approach Krishna today, you have to chant his holy name. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalum, Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatir Anyata. In this age of Kali Yuga, the only process to approach the divine is to chant his name. That's why we are doing kirtan, like we were chanting now Mahamantra. This is the kirtan. What is that kirtan? What is the meaning of kirtan? It is a child crying for mother. Oh my Lord, please come to save me. I was just before you came, I was singing the song Gopinath. That song is just a prayer from the heart of a devotee. Krishna, I'm lost. I'm drowning in the ocean of material desires. Come and save me. So this is like the kirtan in the Mahamantra. It means like you really pray, you really cry for mercy. You cry for mercy because you cannot say, hey Krishna, give me mercy. I want some more mercy. How much I have to pay? Tears. You have to cry for mercy. That's the spirit of Sharanagati. It is when the bhakta becomes very humble. Krishna says, Sarvadama Parichacha Mahamikam Saranam Vraja Antang Sarva Papibhyo Mokshayishyami Masucha. He says, when you give up everything else and just surrender to me, give up all your comfort, all your financial security, give up even the family. Sannyas means, sannyas is heavy. You walk out from your home. Your children stay there with looking after mother and like that. You walk out. There's 4 stages of sannyas. Bahudak, Kutichak, Parivrajacharya and Paramahansa. So the first one is you move out from the house and you're living outside in a cottage. But from the house they are sending food every day, so you have something to eat. Next stage, then you don't get no more food from home. You have to do madhukari. You go begging to different doors. And why you go? Give me food? No, you go, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I love you. You are my brother and sister. Krishna's God. And then somebody said, come here, Baba. Take a chapati and some sabji. And he takes, yes, thank you, so kind. He was a rich man before. Lala Babu, who built this temple here next to here, he was one of the richest men of Calcutta. After he built this temple, he became a sadhu. He would not take Mahaprasadam in his temple. He would not say, oh, I built this temple, now I deserve a lot of Mahaprasadam. No, he would do Madhukari for eating, even though he built one of the most beautiful and biggest temples of Vrindavan. So, this is in next stage. Parivrajacharya is even more serious. Now he don't have a cottage. No, now he walks. He sleeps under a different tree every day. He don't sleep 2 days under the same tree. This is called Parivrajacharya. And he's teaching. Why is he doing this? Why sannyas exists? Only for spreading the mercy. My Gurudev, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, that's him. He took sannyas. He was a well-doing businessman. He was having a chemical factory in Calcutta. He said, no, now I follow my Guru's call. And he left. And he came to Vrindavan and started writing his books, and then he went to America to spread Krishna's mercy and message. But because he was a sannyas, if sannyas would not exist, I would never have met Krishna. Because he would have stayed in India comfortably, nice mandir, nice family, everything nice. No, he gave it all up to come to you and me. So the Parivrajacharya means he's traveling around and preaching. He doesn't know where I'm going to sleep tomorrow. Sometimes they give him a room, sometimes a bed, sometimes under a tree. But he just goes. He depends on Krishna. And to depend on Krishna is not really so difficult. Because Krishna looks so nicely after his devotees. We have thousands of examples of that. How kind Krishna is. Prabhupada, he left and then he came back to India to build big temples. Why? Because Krishna gave him that facility. He went without a penny. I think when he went to America, at that time he had 50 rupees, which at that time was like $5 or something like that. So, beautiful story. So sannyas. And then comes Paramahansa. Paramahansa state is in advanced, very advanced sannyasi. He may stay in a bhajan kutir, whatever he does. There's no rules for him. There's no rules how he has to behave. So you see, this is really culture. Of course, sannyas is the end of it. First comes brahmachari, then comes grihastha, then comes varnaprastha, and then comes sannyasi. So I started in the end, no? Because the end was the most important for me, because Prabhupada Ji came to us and brought the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also sannyasi. He took sannyas when his wife was only 16 years old. Vishnupriya, she gave permission. He said, I have to do this work. And she said, yes, then you go. So he spread all around India this message of Krishna Bhakti. You see, this young person, Mahaprabhu, he came here to discover Vrindavan. We are now here because he came here. And so many kings came here. And then we had a problem. India became so-called independent. But then Congress Party, Mayavati wanted to make Vrindavan a Silicon Valley. Can you imagine? She said, this should be India's Silicon Valley. She did not know what is the beauty of Vrindavan. Nobody explained to her. She had some other idea because she was defending the Dalits and like that. That was on her mind. But she didn't know. But actually this place is the holiest place on the whole Bhumi Mata, on the whole earth. Why? because the Lord comes as a child. This, of course, Ayodhya also has Ram Leela. Ram also appears like child of his wonderful parents. But Krishna Leela has a special feature. And Gaura Leela, he also appears as a child. But we always worship Krishna because he is Bhagavan. Ete kangsa kalapungsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indriyani Vyakulam Lukam Hridayanti Yuge Yuge. Krishna is not only Bhagavan in Golok, he is also Paramatma. He is in everybody's heart. He is Sri Paramatma. He is our Guru inside of our heart. And Krishna is also Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti Shabdyate. Krishna is also all-pervading energy, Brahman. This is also Krishna. Some people, they only worship all-pervading Brahman. And they don't know who is Paramatma, and they don't know who is Bhagavan. And some people, also God, divine, is Virata Rup. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna shows his Virata Rup. He says, I'm everything. I'm the mountains, I'm the rivers, everything. He's behind everything. So the Lord is very, very powerful. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. This is Brahma Samhita. It says Ishvara Parama. The supreme controller is Krishna. But can you see him? If you have the eyes of devotion, then you can see him. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Shantasha Daiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yang Shamasundaram Achintya Guna Swarupam Govinda Madipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. If you have the eyes decorated with prem, with bhakti, you can see Krishna's in Thakurji. Then you can see, some people say, oh, they're worshipping statue. No, we're not worshipping statue, we are worshipping Bhagavan because we have the eyes to see. He can expand as Thakurji and receive Srinathji, Thakurji. You see, so many famous deities of India. Banka Bihariji is all Bhagavan expanding into so many wonderful forms. So, if you have the eyes to see, you can also see the Lord in the Bhagavatam. You can also see the Lord in the Bhakta. You can see the Lord in many places if you have the eyes to see. If you don't have the eyes to see, you see nothing. Then you're like Dhritarashtra. I don't see anything, I don't see anything. Well, he really didn't see anything, no? But one time Krishna says, I give you the eyes, you see. When Krishna showed Virata Rup to Duryodhana in the palace of Hastinapur, then Dhritarashtra said, I also want to see, I also want to see. Then Krishna said, okay, I give you one moment, the eyes, so you can see Virata Rup. But Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra were so blind, even though they saw Virata Rup, they still wanted to keep the kingdom and not give to Pandava what was their rightful share. So, blind. So many people are blind. So many scientists, they're blind. They think, oh, life comes from matter. I mean, what a foolish proposal is that? You mean the consciousness arises from a stone? And you really want me to believe this? You say we are believing that Krishna is in the Thakurji, and you want us to believe that life comes from a stone. I mean, you must be out of your mind. That when people become blind, they are blinded by the illusion of I have money, I have power, I have position, I am a big guy, so why should I believe in divine? But life does not come from matter. So if life doesn't come from matter, where does the life comes from? From the Supreme Life. No problem for us. We know life comes from God. Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And Krishna says, Aham Bija Pradapita. I am the seed-giving father of all. Every single one of you are a seed which Krishna gave. So actually Krishna is your father. By that shloka of Gita, you can say Krishna is my father, because Krishna says, I am the seed-giving father. That means like a father, he's producing some semen, and from that the procreation is enacted. But the father doesn't know how is he producing semen. He has no idea. It is all Krishna's doing. Krishna is behind everything. So therefore we have to accept Krishna as our father. And then some people say, oh, I don't believe I have a father. Maybe you have some problem in your head. That is called ahankar. Big ahankar. I don't believe there is anybody above me. I am the highest. Such a stupid idea. Really? You cannot even fly like a bird. You cannot even sleep like a bear. You cannot even run like a rabbit. But you think you are so big and superior? What a nonsense guy you are. This materialistic thinking that life comes from matter and there's nobody above me is not very smart. So this is what our modern materialistic society has become. Krishna calls them muda, fools. He says they are blinded by the material energy. And therefore they have become naradama, very, very low. Give up all the good things, even give up Vedic culture sometimes, and just want to have some external accomplishment. Anyhow, when you come to Vrindavan, you can get cured from that disease. Vrindavan is a good place for learning the truth. Because the material world is very confusing to the people. Especially our modern world is every day more confusing. But now we have a search. Hinduism has now become independent. Finally, the Muslim and Christian influence in Indian politics is going out. And some Dharma understanding is coming. Thanks to Modi ji, Yogi ji, people like that. They are giving us a new hope for the real India come to rise. And what is the real India? What is the real Hinduism? What is that? There's two things there, confidential and official. Official is Om Sarve Bhavantu Shukhina Sarve Shantu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kachit Dukha Bhag Bhavet Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shantihi. That is official Hinduism. What does it mean? The whole world should be happy. Good. So you don't need weapons to make the world happy. You need the Gita and kartals and Medanga and prasadam. You can make the whole world happy with Gita, prasadam and kirtan. Not with weapons. We don't need weapons to make the whole world should be healthy. Sarve Shanti. That means no chemicals. No chemicals in the food. No plastics in the earth. We have to clean up because otherwise we all get cancer. Because the cancerous cells are circulating everywhere, then everybody gets cancer. Everybody already has some cancer case in his family. Almost everybody. So it's serious. Why the cancer? Cancer comes from poison, contamination. So then, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Everybody must have good discrimination. Everybody must have a clear understanding what is light and what is darkness, what is vidya and what is avidya. So that means Hinduism has to teach the world what is avidya and what is vidya. That is what this shloka means. And finally, nobody should be put in misery by my activities. Let peace reign over the world. Let peace reign over the world. This is the official Hinduism. And what is the secret Hinduism? What is the confidential Hinduism? The private Hinduism. This is what is being preserved by the Sampradaya. Sampradaya Vinaya Mantas Tenis Phalamata. Only if you're initiated in the Sampradaya, then you can get this secret. And what is that secret? Prema Pumartha Mohan. That love is the highest. And love has to be given to Bhagavan first. When you give your love to Bhagavan, then you can love everybody else also. If you want to love everybody else but not love Bhagavan, it does not work. It does not work. Even you may be an altruist, no. First you love God, then you love His children. They are all brothers and sisters. So do you need a Hindi translation?